Three, two, one, action.
光りたいしかきたいめんどくさい僕らが手にしたい明日は儚くて絶えなくて離したくなくなるかけがえない White Twilight うざいたいたない会いたいやつなんていないそんな誰かいない夜くらい感じ合っていたいからまり合っていたいたいくらい笑い合っていたい
Hello, guys. It's the Mid 3 Anime Podcast where three Middle Easterns talk about anime. My name is KD, and the guy with the beard over there, he's gonna introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Ahmed. I'm the resident hater of the mid three.
And the other guy with the beard.
Hi, I'm MK. Not much to say. I'm just here. Have a good time.
Fantastic.
Here for the
Awesome,
vibes.
bro.
So today, in our first episode, we are going to be discussing shonen anime and what makes a good shonen versus a bad shonen. Personally, my favorite genre of anime. So let's just start with our resident hater here on what makes a bad shonen.
Makes a bad shonen. Predictable plot, I would say. I think like sticking too much to the shonen formula is what makes a bad shonen.
What define the shonen formula?
The shonen formula. Okay, we got our main character and his plot armor. We got our boring side characters who don't add too much to the plot. We got a single main villain with no good motivation. I think that's about the shonen formula. Yeah, straight like Naruto. Basically, just think Naruto. That's a bad shonen.
and power of
formula
friendship,
right
is
there.
that what you mean by
But
plot armor?
Power of friendship.
But
That's pretty cringe.
Naruto doesn't have one.
It's
main
not the
villain.
perfect bad shonen, but it has a lot of the bad shonen elements, like being boring, like the side characters don't do much.
I'd
Like
say
the
the
main
side
character isn't
characters-
actually strong. He's just got the plot.
I'll say
plot armor.
I'll say the first season of Naruto, so when they were all still children and they're like in the Shounen exams and shit. I think that was interesting because Sasuke was interesting, Naruto was interesting, the Shounen exams kind of developed some of the characters, and then sort of around when Jiraiya came, and there was that filler part before the time skip. This is purely anime, by the way, guys. We're not including manga.
Yeah, I think the
I
only
think that's when
side
it started
character that
going all
was
downhill.
developed is Shikamaru. No one else.
Shikamaru is one of my favorite characters.
No,
in
no,
Naruto.
yeah, but he's the only good one in Naruto. Who else is good?
In the first season of Naruto,
Yeah,
I think Sasuke is pretty good. I think Sasuke was pretty
Sasuke.
interesting.
But I'd say he's a main character. He's not a side character.
He's a like Deuteron. What was it called?
What?
Deuteron.
It's kind of the whole. He's,
the
yeah, I guess. But he's like the
Yeah.
main motivation of Naruto.
Sakura's pretty lame.
like essential to the plot. He is the main plot tool of the anime.
yeah. So there was Shikamaru.
The way that
there
I
was-
look-
I liked Iruka.
The way that-
Iruka, I
regardless
liked
of-
his dynamic with Naruto in the early. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Naruto can be put aside for now, but what I'm talking like when I think shonen, I think protagonist with a heart of gold, an ensemble cast around him to help him in his quest. There has to be a goal, a big goal, regardless of what it is. Being Hokage, being Pirate King, being finding my dad
Yeah,
who
just
left
name the
me as
big
a kid,
three.
whatever.
Going to a soul
Yeah.
society. Yeah.
Saving your
yeah.
sister.
So there has to be a big goal, and then there has to be a shit ton of plot armor so nothing happens to you. So that's, or actually no, regardless of the plot armor for now, because we don't want to talk about bad shonen, for just shonen in general, with their just put the plot armor aside. Big goal, main protagonist, ensemble cast to help him, and
And I think constantly getting
are we gonna say
stronger
it-
when you run into roadblocks as your plot armor.
yeah. No, but again, that
depends
could be
how
a
you get
trait
stronger.
of bad shonen. I'm just
yeah.
talking. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the hallmarks of shonen. So, are we gonna say having a main core villain is a hallmark of a shonen anime?
A main
having
core
a main
villain,
core
like an
villain is pretty
overarching
important.
villain.
Yes, one overarching villain.
Well, not every shonen has just one.
So
overarching
when does the
Yeah.
villain get revealed? Like,
So I
what
was
if
gonna
there
say
was
when
an
you- 'cause
overarching
you
villain,
can't
but when
think
does it?
shonen?
Like, should it be revealed early
You
on?
can't
Though?
think shonen without thinking One Piece, and One Piece doesn't really have one
Yeah.
overarching villain.
I mean,
as
now it
an
does.
evil.
Now it kind of does, but like,
bro. Okay, spoilers if you're.
I mean, it's literally at the
before
same
episode-
time this is revealed, but okay.
Before episode 1,100 of One Piece.
Before
But,
episode 5,000,
uh,
you're gonna have to watch a few episodes before we get to this part. But
But there is like an evil body of like or an evil
Yeah.
network in
And I
one,
wouldn't
but
say
there's no
Naruto
one
had a
core
main
villain.
villain.
I
in
agree
the
because it
original
could be
manga.
Akainu or Blackbeard as the main final villains as well. We don't know if it's like specific.
We don't know
Yeah.
any of that shit.
But-
And same thing with Naruto. It didn't have one over like the only shonen that I can honestly think of that has one overarching villain
There's a
is
few.
My Hero Academy. That's the
Demon
one that has
Slayer?
just one.
Demon Slayer, Muzan.
Okay, sure, Michael Jackson, sure, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Michael Jackson.
But
No, I was gonna say I kind of agree with you both, but you kind of listed out like what is a shonen. So shonen basically just a demographic, right? So what is the most
oh yeah,
popular things
give
in
us
that
the
demographic,
Webster
right?
dictionary of
No,
shonen.
no, no, no. I mean, I said I agree with you guys. Hey, I'm agreeing with you guys. But what do you think makes a bad shonen? So you listed what makes a shonen, but what do you think makes a bad shonen and what makes a good shonen?
So I think Ahmed kind of said some of the things at the beginning, but in my opinion, what makes a bad shonen is uh, rinsing something too many times. So it's okay to have like a predictable plot line. So again, we know that the hero's gonna win and save the day and accomplish his goal. We know that. So it's fine to be predictable, but I really hate it when shonen anime rinse something over and over and over again. Like it's the same. You have hero faces a problem, uh, something happens, and a lot of the times in the really bad shonen, it's the same thing that happens that makes him realize he can be a bit stronger and reach 110% of his limit. And then he gets a bit stronger, and then he overcomes it. And then the next arc, we do the same thing again. And then the next arc, we do the same thing again until he just eventually becomes strong enough to achieve his goal.
Bro, I
Like,
agree with you
that's-
so hard because I love shonen where the character gets stronger by being more creative with their abilities. So I like when the shonen protagonist
Yes.
has a creative,
Yes.
allows for the character to be
Yeah, I
creative.
like when they
Right.
discover something and not just train up to be stronger.
Something like that. Yeah,
I don't
it depends.
mind- I don't
It depends
mind-
how the training happens, right? Like if it's always training, I agree. If they're like constantly training, right? Like, oh, I hit a roadblock. Let me train a little bit, and then we'll go to the next arc. Let me train a little bit, and we'll go to the next arc. But if they're like getting stronger as they're fighting someone, or if it's like one specific training session and then it's not like repetitive, I think that's fine. What do you guys think?
I don't mind. I don't mind the training aspect. What I hate is the like. Okay, so there's this one scene in my head that I'm thinking of that I hate right now, and it's a scene in My Hero Academy. I forgot which season. I think it's like season 2, where Deku is getting destroyed by some guy with a muscle quirk, where he just gets
Oh,
stronger
yeah,
and
season
stronger and
2.
stronger. Yeah, and then
He
Deku's
says
losing.
that
and he's
yes,
getting
1,000,000,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, 1,000,000%.
The animation on that was fucking fire.
See,
The animation
The
on that
moment was
fucking
fun and
fire.
all,
The
but to
animation-
this day, it just doesn't make
That
It's
sense.
part of the
That was so annoying. That was so how
But-
did you win the fight? I just realized I can be stronger. What like
Yeah.
what the fuck was that?
I just yelled a higher number and I won. Like,
But I do think context
like-
matters in the whole training argument as well. Because like if you have a sports anime like Hajime no Ippo, right? That's a shonen and it's about boxing, right? I think it's fair to say that him training to get stronger, that's within the context of the story, so that's fine. I don't think that necessarily makes it bad,
yeah.
right? But if we're talking about generic anime, like the generic protagonist with superpowers and all that, then I agree that
Like, you said
constant
something
training
really
sessions
cool.
can get kind of boring. Yeah.
You said something I really agree with, where if the main character gets creative. So One Piece, Luffy just consistently gets stronger. Like every arc, he gets stronger
Yeah.
and stronger. But the way Luffy gets stronger, it's not that he's getting beaten and then I realize I can be more rubber than I was rubber before, and then I win. No, that's not what happens. He gets creative with how to use his power. I'm gonna make my skin rubber. I'm gonna make my blood vessels rubber. Gear 2. I'm gonna make my bones rubber. Gear 3. It's creative. It's new. There's an element to it. Or I'm gonna get my ass kicked and see how that guy's beating me, and then I'm gonna try to do what he does, and it's clever. And that's what I really like about One Piece. It's that the fights are the reason I like the One Piece fights is because the way Luffy wins is always unpredictable to me. I can't. It's not. I'm just gonna try my best and I'm gonna win.
See, Demon Slayer only was only ever creative once when he discovered the other. Oh, I could do the other breathing type, and then ever since that, it's just been like, oh no, I need to spend an arc training,
Bro, you know what I
so I
hated
can now
actually?
fight this guy.
I agree with you, but something that ticks me off about Demon Slayer, this ticked me off so fucking hard, is when the author said, I'm not blaming the author, but the fact that they
I
said
mean,
that
the author wrote the issues, so I'm
every
gonna say it's
time.
the author's fault.
Okay, fair enough. I disliked it. Maybe the author had a different vision, but every time they attack, so if they use a wind attack or a fire attack or whichever, apparently that's in the character's imagination and it's not what's actually happening in reality.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna, in my head canon, I'm just gonna assume they're actually using fire. Okay, that's
Yeah, I mean,
it
it's
just makes
bad,
it,
but I
it
don't
makes
see
it
how
more-
that's relevant.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna pretend he never said that. In the anime, I see the water and the water's there. I don't.
Would you
feel it.
agree though that it would be worse overall if it's true that it was just their imagination and they're just swinging
It
a
would be
sword around?
kind of cringe if he's like breathing form and he's just like fighting.
Swinging a sword around.
Yeah,
But-
breathing form
okay,
water,
okay.
and then he's just like,
So I'm gonna be devil's advocate here, and I'm gonna say that even though Demon Slayer does have a lot of the hallmarks that we just mentioned of bad shonen, which is it's predictable as fuck. Hey, oh no, very strong demon in upper ranks. What do I do? Oh, Hashira, come save the day. Let me help you save the day. And then
Yep.
next season, oh demon upper rank. Oh Hashira, come save the day. Oh, let me help you. Come save. So yeah, it has the predictability and everything, and it's the same thing. But there is like a lack of creativity in how he helps. It's just I'm gonna yell louder and just fight with a stronger Hashira this time. But the thing about Demon Slayer that I really enjoy is the fact that even though it's predictable, there are still a lot of things that I want to know. So there is an element of surprise. Like for example, something that I really hate about Naruto is that there isn't that much mystery. Like we're watching Naruto go on his journey to become Hokage. He's fighting villains or Sasuke or whatever, but there isn't much mystery. Whereas, for example, One Piece, there's a lot of mystery. Like what's happening, who's in charge, what's the void, blah blah. I'm watching to learn
Maybe
something.
too
and
many
understand
I will
mysteries.
interject. I want to interject
maybe
here
too many.
Maybe they won't all
that
be answered.
Naruto doesn't have like mystery straight up, but like there are big reveals that change how you were looking at things.
Sure, okay, definitely yes. But those reveals, like I'm never looking forward to them because I don't know that they're coming.
Yeah,
The thing with Naruto
But
is like
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Let me just finish this point about Demon Slayer. So with Demon Slayer, the reason that I'm gonna keep watching Demon Slayer regardless of what happens and any predictability that they have is because I want to know what's happening. I want to know how this demon thing. I want to know if the upper
but we
spoilers, by the
already
way,
saw that.
if the upper rank one is actually his dad or if it's like a
Yeah.
grandpa or
I think
something.
that's
I know
the
what's the
only
red mark. I
remaining
want to
interesting
understand
part
that.
of the show. Is that why is his dad the number one?
No,
is
but
that his dad or is it
might
like
not
a
be his dad.
super ancient?
That's
We
the
don't know.
mystery. But like that is the only thing left, I think.
No. No, there's a lot left. There's a lot left. What is how did, for example,
Yeah, please tell.
like I want to learn more about I
yeah,
want to learn
wait,
more
hold
about
on.
the what's his name? What's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
annoying guy? And yeah, right,
Which guy?
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu?
I want to learn more about him. What's happening
There
in
is
his
nothing
background.
to learn about him. We
There
we
is.
got
He's
it.
really
We got
What
his
is left?
really
background
Yeah,
in a
what is
little
upset right
left? What is left? What is left?
2 minute flashback. What's left in his background?
No.
He's a
really
useless
upset right
guy
now.
who practiced one move and he's good at that move when he passes out.
He's really upset right now, and I want to know why. So
What do you
there's
mean?
that.
What?
He's really
The
upset
show
right now?
ended with him. He left. He got a note, and he left, and he
Oh,
came back.
I
And
mean,
he,
I don't know. I just don't care.
but fine, sure. Let's put that aside. It's just a personal thing that I want to know. But other than that, there is still an element of mystery. I'm gonna keep coming back because there's an
I
element
literally
of
can't think of any. Like, honestly, I am so fine being spoiled this anime right now. There is nothing left to learn other than his dad.
I'm kind of in the
That's a
middle
big.
where
That's a
I don't think
big
Demon
part.
Slayer is
That's
bad.
a big part.
I don't think Demon Slayer is
I
bad.
think it's terrible.
I don't
by
think
the way.
it's
Yeah,
like
let's just like.
I don't think it's
That's
weak.
hard.
What are
I
our
don't think it's bad.
chances? I think
it's enjoyable.
Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer season 1 was really good, so everyone keeps looking to that. But I think anything past season 1 is absolutely dog shit, if not for the animation. Like dog shit. It's C tier anime. It's terrible.
But to be
Kenny,
fair,
what do you think about Demon Slayer?
So that was what I was mentioning was I think I'm kind of in the middle where I don't think it's peak, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's an enjoyable show. It does do some of the it does repeat some of the bad shonen tropes or the repetitive shonen tropes that make a shonen kind of boring to watch. But I personally, so I enjoyed it, and I think animation does also play a part in anime.
Let
So
it
if
be
we're
known that
judging
I
anime,
enjoy watching it, and I have a Demon Slayer shirt. I just think the plot is garbage and the characters are garbage. The animation's fantastic though, and that's why I watch
to be
it.
fair, we're kind of
Okay.
deep into the
So,
show now, though, right? Like in the beginning, we were interested
Yeah, we have
because it
more
was
to
still the
judge it
beginning,
on.
right? It was. But the thing is, like, as the show went on, we learned more and more, right? So we were
Yeah,
still
and we learned it
intrigued.
was bad.
No. I mean the reveal. Okay, so that's a different topic actually. Do you think the reveals lived up to? Was it bad? Was
No,
it
I
mid?
think the
Or was it
reveals were
peak?
terrible.
So they're not mid. They're terrible. So
okay.
it's either terrible, mid, or
Let
peak.
me
Like
just let me,
like in the last season, we learned about the backstory of like the main Demon Slayer guy, right? It was so
yeah.
boring. It was so average. There was nothing actually
The
there.
Muzan
There was
one.
no meat.
The Muzan
Fair.
The
one.
Muzan
Yeah.
and yeah, and the guy is his descendant and all that shit.
It
It
was
was
kind of
so
boring.
boring.
It was boring.
I
It
was
was. It
expecting
was
like,
true.
oh, what is this disease he has? It was a way of fighting. Like I had all this like ideas. Oh, he fought using this way and he got this disease because of it. No, he just has a disease.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
so
Fair.
boring.
But the thing
That
is,
was
do we
anticlimactic.
count
But
animation into how good an
that's
And
what
we're
I'm
anime
like,
gonna
is?
say.
oh,
But
why is Muzan doing all this shit?
But
Because he's just evil.
but
Because his parents abandoned him. Like,
do we count
okay,
animation
okay.
as part of
Wait,
how
hear
good
me out.
something
yes,
Hear
is?
me out.
Okay, then I
yeah,
don't think it's
So
terrible. I think it's
Demon
mid.
Slayer,
To be fair, because the animation made it
Demon Slayer
enjoyable.
season one, Demon Slayer season one
Yep.
was good, well above average, well above average. Demon
true,
Slayer season
true.
two, or Mugen Train movie, whatever, was great. I loved that shit. Demon Slayer season three, which was I think the firework guy, whatever his name is,
Which
it
one?
was the guy with the
Blacksmith?
wife, that
Yeah.
guy.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Wait,
that
wait, wait.
wasn't.
I
It was
just want to
one.
interject real quick. I think the movie was great. Season 2 was not great.
Okay, that's just because season two is the movie broken into episodes.
Exactly.
So
I was
that's such a
punished for
terrible
watching their
move.
movie.
That's such a terrible move, by the
it
way.
is, but you can just skip season two. It's not like what would have been
Oh,
annoying
if I
if they
have to
released the
pick and
movie.
choose the episode, if I have to
No, no,
watch
no, no,
One
no, no,
Piece
no, no.
instead of
That's
One Piece, then One Piece is bad.
that is
It's the
not a
same
fair
argument.
point. That's not a fair point
You just
because
gotta wait for the
you
Wit
would be
Studio,
right.
bro.
You would be right. You would be right if they released the movie and then a few months later they released season two and then they said now wait another 6 months for season three. But that's not what happened. They released the movie and then a few months later they released season two and three at the same time for people who haven't watched the movie to watch season two and then season three was
I
there.
was in season
So
2
if you
and
didn't,
3.
yes they did because I just did skip season two and watch season three. They released both at the same time. You
No,
started with season
season
two and
2 was
realized
just
it was the
big.
same shit.
No, I didn't rewatch the Mugen Train shit. I
Yeah,
just watched
sure,
the second. We only instead of 24 episodes, we had 12 episodes. It was still one season.
yeah. Sorry, my bad. It wasn't season two and three. It was just the first half of season
Yeah,
two. But it's still you had more to watch. You had a full arc, 12 episodes.
yeah.
Sure, small arc, but arc.
But
You
yeah,
had the
I
full
would
season to watch.
say the Mugen Train was good, and then the
Yes.
second half of that season boring.
No, it wasn't boring. It
It
wasn't
was
boring.
boring.
It
It was
was
boring.
fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was
I
just
didn't like the brother sister arc. I did not.
Wait, really?
No, it was
Actually,
nice.
that.
It was nice.
Hold on, it wasn't that bad. It was
Fun. It was
enjoyable, I
fun.
think.
The
Personally.
whole it was like
wasn't bad at all. It wasn't
I
bad
did
at
not
all.
like
No,
it.
no,
I
no.
didn't like it at
I
all.
don't think
Like
it was
the
peak,
whole
but I think it was
pretending to be
enjoyable. I think
women
it
and
was,
hiding in the
like,
brothel, and then I didn't like the villain. The only thing I liked about that part of the season was the Hashira, and then that was it. I didn't like what our main cast was doing, and I didn't like the villain.
It was a solid 7 out of 10.
I think
Seven
like
out of 10.
5 or 6 out of 10. I'd
Yeah.
give it like a 5 or 6
Nah.
out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I think
No.
I
5
would
out of
I would
5.
give it a 4 or 5 at most.
okay, 5 is mid.
No,
So it's not
4
like terrible, but
five.
it's,
Five
Yeah, it
is
gets
fair.
worse, though.
Five is fair if it didn't have the animation that it had. The animation in that season alone pushes it.
Oh, yeah,
No,
the
I think
animation,
the only
they were
reason it's a
fighting
5 is
the
the animation.
spider.
I hated the story in that.
Okay.
part of
Let's
the
let's
season.
actually just
Okay, so let me finish.
let's put down the
So,
benchmark. Okay,
season
yeah,
one, season one, great.
Fantastic.
Mugen Train, great.
Great.
That season, good.
No,
After
no.
that, it starts to slip.
I
Like
think
the sword
season
smith
1
arc,
is
that was not
near perfect. Season 1 is near. I think honestly maybe a 10, 9 or a 10 out of 10. Mugen Train was very good, not perfect, but very good. Honestly, 8 or 9 out of 10. And then the second half of season 2 was so boring. I honestly
It
could not
wasn't.
wait for it
No,
to be
that's
over.
not fair. That's not fair. It wasn't so boring.
I was bored.
It was good.
I
It
was
was good.
bored. This is the first time watching it. I'd never rewatched it. And like I watched season 1 at least 5 times. Second half of season 2, I could not wait to get through it. To hopefully get to something better later on. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Okay. So let me ask a different question.
All right.
What makes an anime bad? If a lot of people are watching it, the reviews are good, and it's making good money, then does
Nah,
that make it
this
bad?
You're falling into a trap right there. You're saying
What
people
trap?
saying it's good
What
makes it
trap?
good? Oh, it's full
I'm
metal.
saying
What do you
hold-
think of Full Metal Alchemist? Okay, let me
No,
ask.
hold on, that's a different
Let
topic
me
for
ask.
another
Let
day.
me
No,
ask
hold
you
on,
about
hold
the
on, hold
number
on, hold
one
on.
rated anime.
Now let's
on
just
my
no,
anime
no.
list.
Well,
What do you
back to
think of
MK's
everybody
point.
knows.
Back to MK's
Everybody
point.
knows the Fullmetal Alchemist producers paid all those lists to put it number one.
Okay.
It's the most overrated piece of
Yeah,
garbage.
we're
We
not
know.
gonna- we're
No,
not
hold
gonna
on, hold on.
use
It's
the
not
metric of all
garbage.
people
It's
are
not
watching
garbage.
it.
I personally don't think it should be number one anime or top 5 anime in my anime
It's
list.
the most
But
overrated anime in the history
That's
of
a
anime.
topic for a
But that's the
different day.
topic
true.
for a
Okay,
different
fair
day.
enough. But okay, no, go. I'll go after.
But
you, I'll
I'm
go
just
after you.
gonna use that point of let's not use
No,
the
no.
metric of people are watching it to say it's good.
But then,
It's not-
you
it's
shouldn't
not
say that I
people are
personally found
watching
it boring though. You shouldn't
It's
say I
the
personally found it boring,
general.
Why?
General.
because then if we're talking
my
about
podcast.
subjective opinion, fair enough. But you can't bring that as a point of saying if it's bad or good. Because then you can say, okay, if a lot of people are watching, that means a lot of people are probably enjoying it. That means their subjective opinion matters, and that means it's probably good as well.
I
So-
don't care about their opinions. They're not invited to this podcast.
Okay, the guy. This is
Okay.
getting pretty philosophical right now.
it's getting pretty fucking off topic, but
I can't tell you
Oh,
exactly
I-
why it's boring because I haven't watched it in years, honestly, and I won't rewatch it ever again. To be honest, just
Are
to
you
prove
talking about?
why
Are you talking
I.
about Fullmetal Alchemist or?
Oh no, not Full Metal. I'm talking about second half of season 2.
Okay.
Demon Slayer.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly why I disliked it. The only thing I remember about it is boring to me when I think about it now. Like we're hiding as women in the brothels. The villain, boring. I can't remember exactly what happened.
Let-
in
let
this
me-
episode.
Let me tell you why I think it's you saying Demon Slayer is bad is not fair.
Okay.
Because Demon Slayer, even though the plot is weak and the story is
Very weak.
subpar,
Yeah. I'd say story is non-existent. Actually, it's just a
it's there.
weekly.
It's
Instead
there.
of a season,
It's
it's
there.
weekly. It's just a weekly fucking like villain. We get a new demon. We get a new Hashira. Hashira dies. Demon dies. We move on to the next two. It's just the
hey,
same thing.
Hey! The Hashira doesn't always die.
Okay, he's just
You're
put
not
out
paying
of commission.
he does lose an
But-
arm, for example. But
Yeah.
That's-
But the animation is top tier.
Yeah.
Maybe best in the business.
Disagree.
It's an entertaining watch because we all keep watching it regardless.
No, I'd say in the last season I was pissed off watching it. The one
But you
with
watched-
the love Hashira. I only watched it because I'm watching it with Kareem in bed. Like it's not a good anime. I'm watching it because it's something I do with the boys.
Okay, sure. But what I'm
like
trying
when
to
we
say
play
is that
League, it's not a fun time. We just do it because we do it together.
I mean, some ARMs,
If-
it depends.
okay,
Off
comparing-
topic, my bad. Let's stick to the anime part.
comparing
of the
my
podcast.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it's the same evil, just the lesser form of it.
No. Comparing Demon Slayer to League is a bit harsh. But what I'm saying is that if Demon Slayer wasn't as hype or renowned as it is, and people saying it's so amazing, it's so fucking good, whatever, you would not have been saying it's bad because you are watching
Yeah.
it with the expectation
yeah.
of it being.
I'm
this good
balancing it
and
out.
this good. So you're saying it's bad. It's just average. It's an average shonen.
Okay.
It's a good watch. You watch
You
it.
can tell me that
animation's
it's
fine,
average.
You have a good time.
Okay.
It's average.
I can with how good the animation is, it is average.
Sure.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Average?
Sure.
But like
But-
honestly,
We meet in the
like
middle.
it's no, because like I am watching it and I'm enjoying the animation, but I'm still not not having a good time. Like during I don't know if it was the last season. It was the season with the Love Hashira and the
That was
the
garbage. No, that was, you're picking the worst one.
There's 5 seasons. I picked one of them. What do you want me to do? I said the
Okay,
first one
okay.
was fantastic,
Are
and
you
the
talking
second one,
about? Are you talking about
first
the
half
training
good,
arc?
second half boring.
Are you talking about the training arc where he
No,
goes?
I
goes
actually
to
like
war?
was
No,
okay
no.
with the training arc
Oh,
because it
okay.
was just like kind of in the background. We were talking
Are you
while
talking about
watching
the
it.
one with the
I'm
heart?
talking
Yeah.
about the one with the love Hashira and the Miss Hashira in
That's the
the
swordsman
village
one.
of the swordsman.
The Mist Hashira is kind of interesting. The Love Hashira.
The Miss
Kinda
Hashira,
takes off.
No,
literally
no,
the Miss
no.
Hashira's personality is to be boring. He does nothing and he says nothing.
Wait, am
He
I-
is boring. The definition of.
No, wait. Am I thinking of the wrong Hashira then? There was
But-
what? There was one that was like
No, no.
he stopped
You're
training.
thinking of the
Not the
right one.
snake guy, the Miss
No,
guy.
we don't know the snake guy's background yet.
Yeah.
I
The
think-
another mystery.
A mystery.
Bro.
But-
let it go, bro.
But what I'm saying is that
The love
bad
Hashira's
is
reasons are stupid, and the Miss Hashira's
Sure,
reasons, while are okay, he is boring, which makes his reasons don't like not matter.
Sure. But what I'm saying is that calling it bad is not fair. You can say it's overrated, you can say it's overhyped, sure,
No, but like
it's a good watch.
I don't. Okay, you've
It's
pulled
a
me
good
from
watch.
terrible to bad. I don't think it's average.
we had him
I
at
think-
average.
I
We
think
had him at average. We
it
should have
has
stopped the
very
conversation
good-
at average.
Nah, it's not because it's not. I was thinking about it. The animation is really good, fantastic. Not the best. I think there's better, but it is very close to the best.
At least
but-
top 2, top 3.
Oh yeah, top 3 easily.
Okay, what would you rate
But
every
like
season?
how bad the characters and plot are, like the animation doesn't make up for it. It doesn't meet in the average still.
What would
Like
you rate
it
every
was
season?
terrible, and the animation bring every Okay, season 1 9 out of 10. Season 2, first part great, second part
All
trash.
together,
We'll
all
say
together,
it's
yeah.
good. We'll say it's good.
So
okay?
7 out of 10.
Okay, give me a number.
Uh, 7. Sure,
7
we'll
out
say
of 10.
7.
Okay.
Season 3, I'd say a 5.
Okay.
Sure.
And then season
Season
4 is
4?
the Love Hashira and Miss guy, right?
No, season 3 was the Love Ashram.
No, that season
no, that was
3
a-
was
Wait, which
no, season 3 was the guy with 3 wives.
No, that was
the
half
second
of
part
season
of season 2.
Oh, okay. So that changes it. Now that season is a 3
Oh,
because
wow,
the first half
yeah.
is barely watchable. The second half it was infuriating watching it. The Hashira were trash.
Wait,
The villains
was-
were okay. The setting was not fun. The trope,
but-
just having the sword guy be there makes the season so much worse because all he
Okay,
does is yell
sure.
at fucking Tendro.
So right now we're at 9, 7, 3. And then the last arc, which were the training arc.
The last arc was so disappointing because I was waiting for the reveals and we got them and they were the worst fucking writing I've ever seen. So that season was maybe a 4.
Okay. So 9, 7, 3, 4. That is 23. That makes the average around a 6 out of 10, which is
That's-
above
that's-
average or
Above
good.
average.
Therefore,
Yeah, but these are like quick
not
number
bad.
ratings. Like,
It's not
okay,
bad,
bro,
bro.
I'll bring a couple of
It's
them
not bad.
down. Like, what do you want me to do?
You gave one a
I
3.
have
You
your
gave
own
one a 3.
opinion.
Come on, bro.
No.
Like the animation alone makes something a 3. If I animated shit,
Yeah.
if I animated
I
literally,
want it on mute.
if I animated someone literally
Muting?
running, if I animated someone running around the block with the animation that Demon Slayer has, that would already be a 3, bro. That would just be a 3 on
Yeah.
its own.
It might be better because it might be better plot than this garbage.
I mean, he's just running around the block. I don't know what to tell you. He's just running around the neighborhood.
Okay, so now that we have pulled Ahmed out of the darkness, that it's a horrible.
Oh
shonen, and
yeah,
just
it's not
bad.
it's not horrible,
let-
but it's still
let
not
me ask-
it's not average. I'd say it's a little less.
Let me. So we've established that a bad shonen is predictable. It's a weak plotline. It's just hero wants to save the day.
Boring characters.
Predictable. Bad villains. Bad storyline. The villains don't have a purpose or a reason. They're just
One-dimensional
villains for
villain.
the sake of being villains.
Yep.
That's bad. Bad shonen. We went into a very big deep dive of Demon Slayer, and we've established that it is a bad shonen with really good animation.
Yep.
So let's give briefly. We don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Let's briefly give another 2 examples of bad shonen. Quickly, we don't have to do the
Bad
same
shonen.
deep dive. We did. Just quick deep
Naruto Shippuden.
Naruto
Okay,
Shippuden.
and I
Sure.
specify
I
Shippuden
agree with
because I'd say
Shippuden.
the original Naruto is better.
I think the
Much
original
better.
Naruto is
Original
better as
Naruto.
well. I think the original Naruto is actually good. Like I think it's good up until
Oh
the
yeah, I
filler.
think the original Naruto is good.
Yeah.
And I think if they remade it with today animation, I think it
Oh,
would
it'd be
be
fire, yeah.
so good.
I agree.
Okay. let me just preface before I say my opinion. Bad shonen does not mean bad anime. It not necessarily. The same thing. I could
Oh,
really
wait.
enjoy watching a bad shonen.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Bad shonen just means that it's so predictable. It's so one-dimensional. I just
So you're not talking
like,
about the animation or
I
the
can
production of it.
watch-
You don't care about the production of it. You're just
Like,
talking about.
no, like
No, I care
this is
about
gonna make
production.
sense. This is gonna make sense after I say my
I
opinion.
think I know what you're going to. And like
I'm
it
gonna
can be
say-
predictable and I can still enjoy it. But I can still enjoy something bad, by the way. Like I just can admit that it's bad.
I'm gonna say My Hero Academy is a bad film. It's predictable as fuck. I know exactly what's gonna happen.
I'd say
the power progression is based off bullshit. It's just so and a lot of things just if we really want to nitpick, a lot of things don't make sense. But sure, we're just gonna ignore all that. And we can dive into that in another episode.
I want to call you out here.
I really enjoy My Hero. Like it's like maybe top 10 for me. It's a good show. I enjoy watching it. But if I'm being objective and I'm ranking it as is it a good shonen or a bad shonen, predictable as fuck. The villain has no purpose other than I'm really evil and I want the whole world to go. Like why, bro? Chill.
Would you call it mid?
No.
Because it's kind
so
of
you
the
think- you
base
think
of our name. One of the
No, I would not.
No,
I would
hold
not.
on. It's
And the
Demon,
reason like, that's
it's Demon
okay. I enjoy it.
Slayer. It's Demon Slayer. Okay, no, okay. It's not My Hero. It's
The reason-
It's Demon Slayer,
I-
My Hero, and Boruto, right?
no. It's
Those
Demon
are the
Slayer,
big three.
Chainsaw Man, and Boruto.
There's
Those
a
are the
lot
three.
of mid out there. It could be any three.
My Hero.
But
I would
like,
put
I
higher
would
than
agree
Demon
that
Slayer.
Demon
I would-
Slayer is just below mid.
I think it's mid. I think it's a
what
solid mid.
What I'm saying,
mid
what
show.
I'm saying is, My Hero Academy is a bad shonen, but
Bad.
there are scenes or like what makes My Hero a good anime for me, even though it's a bad shonen, is that the hype scenes in My Hero are really hype. Like I get goosebumps watching the show consistently.
Like All Might
But
Face
it's
All for One. That was fucking.
Like All Might Face All for
Yeah.
One, that was fire. Like a lot of scenes. Like we can do a full episode on My Hero. A lot of scenes are like filming.
Would
with
you say
goosebumps.
there's a
But
downfall of
if
My
I-
Hero Academia after a certain point?
No, it's actually getting better. Like it's getting significantly
Yeah.
better. The last
I-
two seasons of My Hero are significantly better than the seasons that were before that.
So
But it's still
Interesting.
predictable as fuck.
My Hero's very.
So-
I don't know if it's predictable as fuck. Like we didn't expect this crazy fucking takeover of the villains.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it was- I don't
like
know if
that.
it was
I
predictable.
like that. And also, would you?
I
sorry,
liked it.
Would you
I don't
put
think
Demon
that's
Slayer above it or
predictable.
not?
Yeah,
Would you
I
put
guess.
Demon Slayer above it or not? Like
No,
all
I think My
like
Hero
anime
is
overall.
much better than
Okay.
Demon
My
Slayer.
Hero is much better than.
Okay,
Demon
good. So
Slayer.
we're in
Well,
agreement.
I
on
think
that.
My Hero is just above mid.
So like a 6 out of 10.
Sure.
I thoroughly enjoy My Hero, apart from the TikTok
Same here.
community and the people who don't shower. So
That's a
My
lot of
Hero,
anime communities.
very good
huh?
animation. Not as good animation as Demon Slayer, but very good animation.
Yes.
I think the plot, while it's not the most like in-depth crazy plot, but it's like it's moving along. There's stuff happening. The villain. So we got two main villains, right? Shigaraki and All for One. All for One
Sure.
has zero flavor. Bro is noodles without the flavor packet.
Yeah,
He's just evil
he's
for
just
no
evil.
reason. He's
Exactly.
so boring.
And that pisses me
He
off.
looks cool.
That
He has
really
very
pisses
cool
me off.
design,
He looks like a Hades
but he's
character.
got
I love
nothing to
the-
back it up.
I love his power. I love the design. I love everything.
Yep.
But why,
Zero flavor.
Why are you doing this?
But
bro?
we
No reason.
do that is solved by Shigaraki. He's the villain who's
And-
got
okay.
reasons. He's being corrupted by this side. He's trying to be saved by this side. He's the good villain, and we got the bad
Okay.
villain.
So would you say that
Okay, but-
would you say that Shigaraki's the
Spoilers-
overarching villain,
spoilers for
and that
season
All
six?
for One,
Yes.
All for One is
Spoilers-
the like supporting villain?
Yes, yes.
Interesting. Okay, because that's
Yeah,
where it's
even
kind of
this
going.
season,
Right?
see, it used to be that all for One for All for One.
Spoilers for
Fucking-
season 6
Oh,
and 7.
wait, All for One or
Yeah.
One for? No, it's All for One. All for One. One for All is the power that.
All for One,
One's the
yeah. It used to be that All for One. Oh, it's this this omnipotent, scary guy. But now everyone keeps saying that Shigaraki is the fucking terrifying one now, and they're just fighting All for One. He's just a villain now. Shigaraki
what's really
is
pissing me
the
off-
one they're painting to be as the main villain.
But what's really pissing me off is in this last season or the last season and a half, and I'm hoping that the next season they're going to bring it back because they're kind of like pushing towards it. But for the past season and a half, they've killed Shigaraki's character. He's not there anymore.
Well, I
Like,
think that's
as
the
an
point. Is
individual.
like he's taking over his mind,
Not
and they're
there.
trying to save him. No.
Yeah. But like, we'll see how that turns out. Again, I'm not saying My Hero is
Yeah.
bad anime or anything, but I'm saying if I'm judging it based on the criteria that we just said, The fact that the power scaling is bullshit. The hero just gets
Power
getting
scaling is
stronger because
bullshit.
he
Yeah.
wants to
It's
get
so
stronger.
plot armor. Oh, he's weak. Give him 10 more quirks. Why don't you?
Exactly.
10 more
He's
percent
getting
on
weak.
the overall.
Give him
yeah.
a billion more percent. Why don't you? Like he just keeps getting stronger for no reason. No reason.
The villain is pointless. Does like he's just evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah.
But based on that,
According
I
to-
would say it's a bad shonen, but it is a very enjoyable anime. Hype moments, well
I
designed
don't know.
characters, supporting characters.
Because like the plot not predictable. Like we didn't expect this whole takeover of the world by villains.
The story, the specifics of the storyline are not
Yeah.
predictable. What I'm saying is predictable is, for example, like I don't know who's gonna live and who's gonna die in the fights. I can't predict that. But what I can predict is I know I can predict it, and you just predicted it. We know
What?
that they're gonna.
What did you predict that the good guys are gonna win? That's not predicting it.
Yes, it is because
It's
it's
how
not
did you
just the
predict?
good guys are
Tell
gonna
me
win.
what you predicted.
One for all is gonna die. They're gonna save Shigaraki. He's not gonna be evil anymore.
No
and,
fucking shit.
You don't know that. You don't know.
Oh,
Shigaraki,
Goku's gonna
Shigaraki
get
could end.
strong,
Hold on,
Goku's
hold on,
gonna
hold on.
save the Earth.
Hold on, hold on.
He's gonna use the
Shigaraki,
Dragon Ball to resurrect his friends. No shit, bro.
Shigaraki could end up dying. First of all, it's more about the how it happens and the means. Because we all know Luffy's gonna become the Pirate King. Does that make One Piece's story mid? No, it's a good story.
We don't even know that, bro. Honestly.
It's okay, but I mean, it didn't fucking happen yet. But I'm pretty sure
You don't know. You didn't predict anything.
Okay, no, Buggy might be the Pirate King. Fair enough. Buggy might be the Pirate King of One Piece. No, Luffy's probably gonna be the fucking. Okay, if Luffy doesn't become the Pirate King, what would?
And
the
also,
ending...
wait. Let me just say that predictability. It's not just predictability. It's like like I can predict something good and it could be worse. That's still bad. Like Demon Slayer, I didn't expect the fucking reveals to be this boring. It was unpredictable. It was still shit. Like.
Okay, I feel like we've covered a lot about bad shonen.
Yeah.
Let's give some examples of good shonen.
Good.
Shonen
Do
that
they even
does it
exist?
right.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes,
I think
yes they
Jujutsu
do.
Kaisen is.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Its power
JJK
system is really nice. Its animation's good.
It's in my
characters are
opinion
lovable.
the best anime out at the moment. It is fire. I will stand on that hill forever. It's amazing and very well made. Characters very well designed. I don't hate the main character.
Let me just
I know shonen. I don't hate.
let
the
me
main
just point
character.
out
It's so
My
surprising.
Hero also great music.
Oh,
Great
soundtrack is
music.
Yes,
good.
My Hero does have fire.
Hunter x Hunter is another good
JJK
shonen.
Jujutsu
Hunter x
Kaisen,
Hunter is
I only
really
thought of
good.
that because Jujutsu Kaisen has even better music.
Hunter x Hunter
JJK does have-
and Attack on Titan. Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, JJK. All
Is
good
Attack on Titan a
examples.
shonen?
It is a shonen. Yeah, it's in Shonen magazine.
Attack on
Shonen
Titan
Jump.
is
So
Yeah.
it's a shonen.
Attack on Titan is a very well made shonen.
If that's
Very
the
well.
case, then Attack on Titan is the
It's
best
the best
shonen
shonen.
ever because it might be the best anime ever.
Fact. We'll get to
Jujutsu
that.
Kaisen,
We'll get to that
fantastic,
topic.
fantastic. At least a 9 out of 10 so far.
Which one? Sorry.
Great, 100%.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJK.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, I see.
And very the characters are well made. There's character development. The story is very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Power scaling.
I
makes
like
sense.
because I was
Villains make
thinking like,
sense.
oh, they
Actually,
have
I'd
this
say
all-powerful
JJK.
guy. How is anything gonna happen in this anime? And then they did. They got rid of him.
It was great. It was and they didn't just get rid of him with like a cheap like a trick. No, it was a very well thought out, well made plan. It was genius.
The clapping. Remember
and
the
it was
total
foreshadowed.
clapping. They
We
did
talked
the
about it.
the
Season
tree
1, they
guy.
were like, we need to get rid of this guy. We can't do anything until we get rid of this guy. And there was a plan. Put it in motion. Worked.
Yeah, it
was very well made.
It wasn't just out of nowhere.
JJK.
Hunter
Attack
x
on
Hunter.
Titan.
Oh, Attack on Titan. Yeah.
I would say that again, just like bad shonen doesn't mean bad anime, good shonen doesn't necessarily mean good anime because by the criteria that we just said,
You're talking about Attack on
the-
Titan?
the
It has a
things
great
that
anime.
make- No, not these
Oh,
two.
okay.
These two are incredible. The one that I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
The anime that I'm about to say has a lot of other flaws that I know Ahmed will have no problem listing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
Oh, I
the
know where we're going.
criteria of good shonen, One Piece would be. In
I
that
do think
criteria.
yes. I
Power
agree.
scaling
The
makes
anime.
sense. The
One
villains
Piece
make
is
sense.
easily not great. And I'll tell. There's so many reasons. There's so many reasons.
It could be a whole topic
it's
on
not-
its own.
you can-
But
you
I
can
think
say
it's a
it's
good
not a good
shonen. I
anime.
think
I
it's a
want
good
you to
shonen.
say. I want you to get all the good reasons out the way, so I can take this
If
over.
we're saying that character development and the characters power scaling makes sense and all of that shit, One Piece has that. The villains make sense. They have good storylines. They have good reasons for being villains. One Piece has that. Predictability of what happens does like Luffy doesn't always win in One Piece. He gets his ass kicked for a lot of seasons, and that happens. So by that logic of that's what makes a good shonen, which is it's not predictable. There's character development. The characters are well written. All of that. One Piece has that. Sure, there's pacing issues, there's story issues. Sure, you can have
Oh
all
yeah,
that. So that's why I'm
they're
not
just
saying.
minor
That's
issues.
why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying good shonen doesn't mean good anime, because by that criteria, One Piece is a good shonen. But maybe it's not a good anime because the studio doesn't want to put the time and effort in to make it a good anime.
In Egghead, it's been really fucking good anime though. I'm not gonna lie. Egghead, they deserve the credit.
Getting better.
And
But
some
that's what
moments
I'm
of
saying.
Wano. Some moments of Wano is also pretty good.
So if I will give you time to respond now, but not
Is
to
it my
say that
turn?
One Piece. Not to say that One Piece is a. I don't want you to argue that it's a bad anime. That's a different argument for a different day. I want you to say that it's a bad shonen and tell me why you think it's a bad shonen.
That's enough. It's the like I can talk about
Well,
why
that's
it's
a
bad.
discussion. That's a discussion, though. I'm saying it's a good shonen by that strategy. I'm not saying it's a good anime. That's a different topic. I'm saying it's a good shonen.
As a
See, I
certified
don't
One
think it's a
Piece
good
lover,
shonen
I agree
because
with you.
like
Why?
if you're gonna give me all this world building, all these intricate fucking details and how everything connects and shit, but you're going to take a literal like my entire lifetime to do it, like that is not there is no good payoff.
Okay,
Like
but
if you're going to edge me for 18 years, I am blue balled. There's no orgasm to fix this. My dick fell off. There's no way this is good now. What are we talking about?
Okay,
And I love mystery in anime, right? I love mystery. That's why I love Attack on Titan. But if we're going to keep everything so fucking secret, it's not mystery. You're not giving me the tools to figure it out. You're just giving me nothing. I don't know shit about shit.
To figure out. He does
What
give
are
the
we
tools to
seeing?
figure it out. He does give. There have been many theories that have turned out to be correct, but there's a good argument of long-term for short-term storytelling, because like for example, Game of Thrones is still being written right now. It's pretty long, but you could say it's one of the best stories out right now.
But it's good. They give you fucking meat and potatoes every episode.
One Piece does.
One Piece?
Okay.
No,
okay.
it doesn't.
So you said episode. You said episode. You said
350
episode.
fucking
You said
episodes.
episode. You
I've
said
got nothing.
okay. You said episode. You said episode.
Okay.
There's-
Okay.
there's
This
that-
is exactly what the discussion is going exactly down the road I didn't want it to go
Yeah,
down.
you're moving the
It's not-
goalposts.
No, he
You're
said in the beginning-
Let me pick and choose the things that I can say to
no.
win this argument. No.
No, I'm saying I'm not arguing about if it's a good anime or not. It's if it does it fit the criteria of a good show.
I think the anime has redeemed itself in
Let me
Egghead and
let me
in Wano,
counter
by the way. I think
counter argument.
The anime has
When
kind of
I
redeemed
watch,
itself.
does my time invested give me back a return of happiness? No, it fucking doesn't. It's a terrible show.
That was the question,
I
bro.
personally
Question was-
think it was
Oh,
Oh,
enjoyable.
fantastic! Fucking One Piece watchers right here. I'm getting ganged up on.
Hey, we're not ganging up or
Terrible
anything,
show.
bro.
Okay.
We're just
Terrible
stating
show. Look,
facts
yeah,
that
I'm
it's
literally
a very
a
amazing
wanted
show.
poster in the background,
Hey, I mean,
and this guy's a fucking like Brooke figure on his desk right in front of him.
you don't know that. Is it still there?
And he,
I
and he
do know.
agrees,
Like,
agrees.
you could have just
and he agrees
Trash.
that it's a good shonen.
you could have
And
removed
let
it
it be
before
known.
we started
Let it be
recording. You
known.
could have removed it. You knew he was gonna bring it up as a point.
Let it be known. I have the fucking going man. Let it be known. It is a shit anime. It is
Okay,
unwatchable.
Okay.
Even
okay,
One
time out,
Piece is slow.
Time out. Time out.
Okay,
Okay.
hold on.
So tune in next week to see what we think about the One Piece anime, what makes it good, what makes it bad, and everything about
We'll
that.
also
What-
discuss which
just
studio,
conclude-
because they're coming out with a remake for One Piece, by the way.
Fair, definitely. But just to round out this episode, good shonen are not predictable.
Kaisen.
They have well-made characters. They have a good story. The villains make sense. The power scaling makes sense.
Good animation, good
examples.
music, good theming.
Best examples are JJK and Attack on Titan. Bad shonen, predictable as fuck. Villains don't make sense. Power scaling doesn't make sense. Examples, even though it's not bad, My Demon Slayer. And
Shippuden.
I think One Piece is a better
fuck,
shonen than
Shippuden.
JJK, in my opinion. I think it's like
cool.
What
That's
did you
a
say? I didn't hear.
bold.
I think it's
No,
a better
don't say it.
shonen.
Don't say
I
it
think
again.
One
Don't
Piece
say
is
it.
I think One Piece is a better shonen than JJK. I think it's a lot more.
Nah, bro,
enjoyable
I'm about to say like I'm about to get canceled. Nah.
Okay.
No, I
On
think it's a
that
better
note-
shonen. Wait, no, I never said anime. I said
I
shonen.
think
I
One
never
Piece
said anime.
is a worse everything than everything, whatever it is. Whatever the criteria, whatever the thing in front of it, One Piece is worse in that regard, no matter what.
Okay.
And this is
So-
the anime. I'm not talking manga. I'm not talking fucking unreleased remake. I'm not
Okay,
talking
so
live action. This
you're-
is the anime.
You're talking anime. I was just saying it's a better shonen. It does what it's supposed to do. I'm not
This
anime. Anime, obviously,
anime
JJK is an. I mean,
Okay,
yeah, but
okay.
I'm just
Let's
JJK is an
let's
amazing
hear
anime,
him
obviously.
out. Why do you think One Piece is a better shonen
Shonen strictly, right?
than
love to
JJK?
hear this.
I think
Yeah,
the
just shonen.
story. I think the
Just based on
story
the
is more
criteria.
interesting. I think the story is more interesting. I think that the characters, there's a lot more characters that are relatable. Personally, there's a lot more characters to choose from. A lot more interesting characters. I think that there is good payoff in One Piece. That's not to say there isn't good payoff in JJK, but I think some payoffs in One Piece are done better.
I think
I
there's terrible payoffs
I think
because we have
I
all these many episodes. Yeah, it's just like a time investment to return. It's terrible payoff. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, it's 24 episodes and you get this
Okay,
great
okay,
payoff as
okay.
opposed to
I
I feel
think
like
million
we need to
episodes.
update we need to update
I
the
think the
criteria.
villains
Should
in
we
One Piece are
include
better.
should we include payoff in the criteria of good shonen?
I just
Let's just keep
I
it
don't
to the
know what
criteria side. Okay,
the
I'll
criteria is
remove I'll
stupid,
remove
bro.
payoff.
Just
I'll
when you
remove payoff.
watch it.
I'll remove payoff, right? I think it has a better story. I think it has better characters. The power system for JJK is not as interesting to me as Devil Fruits because I think Devil Fruits, the way they interact with each other, is really interesting.
Devil Fruit isn't even the power system in One Piece. It's hockey, no?
It's hockey in the most. I'm talking about a
It's
lot of.
Hockey and Devil Fruit.
But Devil Fruits have been more.
It's whatever he feels like at the time.
Okay, you
No,
want
no,
to
it's
include,
consistent.
hockey? You want
Sorry.
to include hockey?
Consistent.
Hockey does bring it down a little. I think Devil Fruit is probably a better power system than hockey, just because it's a lot more interesting, a lot more different interactions.
Oh, I
can
also just
happen.
wanted to interject with the plot of One Piece. It is all fucking a lot of writing, convoluted, fits with each other, all that shit. I think it's too convoluted. I think
Like
at some point,
complicated? You think
it
it's
just gets
complicated?
stupid. Yeah, I think it like at
I
some
think
point
not
it's too much.
complicated. It's not complicated.
Kadim, you don't
too
think it's complicated because you research it. You are on the Discords, you're on the Reddits, you have a YouTube channel for One Piece. You don't get to decide if it's complicated.
fair, but it's
Fair.
only complicated if you haven't watched 1,100 episodes.
Oh, exactly. I have to watch and remember 1,500 episodes. We talked about this before. All my animes combined are not as many
But
episodes as just one.
that goes back to long-term and short-term storytelling.
Including the 350 episodes of One Piece that I've watched.
But that goes back to long-term and short-term storytelling because there are mysteries in One Piece that get revealed short-term, and there are long-term mysteries in One Piece, right? It just like
They're
who
not
are
even
the
long-term
warlords, and then the
anymore.
warlords are revealed short-term. What is the One Piece? That's obviously a long-term investment, right? There's different mysteries that get revealed at different times.
Yeah,
Of course,
but still too
Okay.
convoluted.
Well,
Like-
I don't think
think
it's I am a very big One Piece glazer. I don't think it's fair to say One Piece is a better shonen than JJK.
you
I don't think
it's a
that's
better
fair
shonen
anyway.
than JJK.
No.
Fair enough.
No.
Okay. I mean, we've
in
had our opinions.
okay,
This is a different
the one
topic for
thing-
another day.
The,
But
the one thing I'll give you is that character development in One Piece is better. But of course it's better. They've been developing for 1,100 fucking episodes.
that's
And
why I
not
kind of
better.
We're
strayed away
discussing
from
story,
that
by
topic
the
a
way.
little bit. I just said there's more
I'm
characters
discussing
that are
whether-
relatable, but I didn't mention character
I
development
think
because
that's a given just considering how long it's been running and how many
True.
characters there are.
no.
So it's not a very fair.
There's gonna be one
If
for
we
every.
compare how many episodes JJK has and how many episodes like up to that point in One Piece, I think there's a lot more characters revealed in One Piece than there were in JJK. Fair or
There's
not
also
fair?
just
in
no
the first 40
normal
episodes, right?
characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. I think by design. There's no like non-sorcerers that we really get to talk about. While in One Piece, there's a lot of non-fighting people just around in the villages. That's just like the world building of each of them. It's just different. But I will say,
Oh,
and
wait,
we're just
world
talking.
building. Good point
I think
is
you
world
can
building is
argue
also better.
like One Piece has better story. That's a different argument. I don't know.
Do you count world
Probably
building
One
as
Piece
part
has
of
better
story? Do you count world building as part of story?
But yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you can't just the fact that One Piece has terrible sound design. Terrible. I think I hate the art style personally. You can disagree. It's recently had better animation, but for the majority of it, it did not. The sound effects terrible. The music is okay. Music is really.
I
One
think
Piece
the
has
soundtrack is
times of
fire.
good music
I
and
do
times
agree
of
with the
bad
sound
music.
design is not up to par. It's not
Yeah.
very good.
But
But
It's still
been,
in the 90s.
But the soundtrack is really good. I
yeah,
think.
they just
I
they
think
never
the
soundtrack-
updated
should
it
be.
from 19
This is the longest running, most money making, like one of the most
They are
expensive
improving- I
franchises in
heard
the
they're
world, and they
improving the
can't update
soundtrack,
their
though.
fucking
Oh, not the soundtrack.
soundboard.
Sorry, I heard they're updating their sound design. Soundtrack is good. I think the soundtrack is
feel
good.
like-
I think the sound design, like
I feel
I
like
think it
this
took
was
them
the
too
sound
long to do
effects.
that.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair
I feel
enough.
like this has been a good teaser for a following episode on
I
One
would love to
Piece.
continue this conversation next time.
And we will continue this conversation because there's so many things we could talk about for One Piece. But let's not drift into that rabbit hole. Really, really, really deep rabbit hole. So let's just call this one.
Yeah, and this will not be a One Piece podcast.
It won't be. It won't be. We promise. Even though Brooke really wants it to be, it won't be.
It's an anime podcast where we discuss all the anime.
Shonen is great. We love shonen, and some shonen just do it better than other shonen. Just don't be predictable. Make your villains make sense. Make your villains make sense.
Give
villain
us
is what
like
makes them.
maybe I kind of agree with what he's doing, kind of. Like
Yes.
let me doubt it.
Yeah, whenever I watch a villain, I'm like, am I on his side? That's top tier.
See, that's or
And
give me
a lot
like
of anime is
a good reasons, bad methods type of villain.
Sure, that
Yeah.
works. I'll get behind that. But yeah, your Muzan, your honestly all for one or one for all, whatever. The bad guy,
All for one,
Yeah.
all for one.
they're just bad for the sake of being bad. Not very good. Naruto. Who's the villain? I forgot his name.
No, the fucking well, depends on where you're watching and when you're watching, and where do you stop watching.
Wait, Naruto.
Let's just
who's the main
for argument's
the
sake,
overarching
let's say the main
spoiler,
villain.
By the way. Spoiler. The
Yeah, but
overarching
no.
villain
Let's not consider her the fucking main villain.
No, I'm not
Let's
saying
just
her.
say
I
it's
don't even-
Madara.
It's Madara. I'm just gonna say Madara.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
Madara.
count
It's
Kaguya
Madara.
as an overarching villain. I
Madara
think-
is sick as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I
Great
love
villain.
Madara.
Terrible
Madara.
anime.
I love
He's
Madara.
so sick. He's
But
got
what makes
good
me-
reasons.
I really hated
But he's
how
honestly
Kaguya
too
appeared.
powerful. That's his issue is that he's too powerful. And there's no like a creative fun way of like actually beating
See,
him.
I don't-
so
I
we have to
don't-
rely on bad writing.
I don't understand why the author, not the author. I don't think like he didn't need to write himself into a corner where Madara was too strong, because when Madara appeared, and spoiler by the way for Naruto, when Madara appeared, right? He established his powers, but he also gave Naruto and Sasuke power-ups, right? That we don't even know what they're supposed to do. So in those power-ups that he gave them, he could have made he could have just made their AP for like their how strong they are in terms of abilities, their overall chakra output, just stronger in general, that they could deal with Madara. So he didn't really need to write himself into a corner. There were avenues.
He's a terrible writer.
There were avenues
Easily.
where he could have made, because there were opportunities. I honestly, actually, a good word here is opportunities, because
Bro is
Naruto and Sasuke didn't-
incapable of writing a good female character. Bro wrote himself
why-
into multiple pointless corners. Bro
Uh,
got rid of
that's
the
why
best
Naruto-
one of the best villains in Naruto, in anime. Sorry, for some dumbass fucking new villain for no reason.
No, hold on,
Some
hold
alien.
on. I don't.
He was like, oh, we have all this great shit. Let me get an alien in
Yeah.
for no fucking
I
reason.
think that was for
and that's
Boruto. I
why-
think that was for Boruto. I think if Boruto was
Boruto
not
is
happening,
another hot take.
another-
Boruto's
wait.
better than Naruto.
that's a topic for another
okay,
day.
okay.
That's a topic for another day.
We've introduced
A lot of
we've
topics,
introduced
but
too many new topics.
but I'm just gonna say I think Kaguya
That's
was introduced because of Boruto. I think if it ended at Madara, it would have been
Irrelevant.
amazing.
It
Yeah,
would have been,
would have
but
been.
it didn't.
Would have been.
and That's why
No,
not-
actually,
and
it
that's why-
still wouldn't have been amazing. Just saying, War Arc ruins Naruto. Just saying.
Oh, the war arc was
Okay,
very
okay.
slow. The war arc was very slow. Was very
How
not
how
a
do you?
lot
It's
happened
called
all
the
time.
War Arc, and then it's the most boring arc. How is a fucking exam more interesting than a war?
So clearly,
Tell me.
Ahmed has a lot to say about this topic. We're gonna probably discuss it in
Trash.
maybe a future topic of is Boruto better than Naruto. We can discuss it there. We can
Write it
probably
down
bring
right now.
we can pro-
and that's why Naruto is not a good
Are you
shonen.
writing down?
And
Is
on that note,
Naruto
yes.
Madara? Okay, you're writing down Madara topic.
No,
Okay.
I'm right now. How the fuck is an exam arc more interesting than a war arc?
To be fair, the
And
exam was a
on
lot
that
of
note-
fighting though. Just purely fighting. It wasn't really an exam. But fair
Yeah,
enough.
there's less
let me
fighting
end
in
the
the war.
fucking episode.
Fair enough. No, I'm just saying to be fair to the exam portion of the
That's it.
context, but I'm not saying to be fair to the argument. The argument is still funny.
We'll talk.
The argument is still
End it.
funny. I'm just saying the exam
We're
arc was
just
an example of
not
fighting.
fucking-
Sign us
Fair
up.
enough.
Sign us
Okay.
up.
That's it. It's been the mid-3. Thank you. Join
Watch,
us
Thank
next
you,
week
guys.
for the-
subscribe,
for-
follow.
One Piece is
For the
amazing.
continuation
Don't
of
listen
this
to Ahmed.
discussion.
Bye bye, guys. We'll talk about it later.
Propaganda.
Bye
Propaganda.
See you next week.
bye. Bye bye.
光りたいしかきたいめんどくさい僕らが手にしたい